Morning. My name is Chiti David and I want to talk about my project that I'm doing here in architecture. I'm in Rwanda and currently now where it is 29th November 2025. I graduated from high school this school in the September 2025. Okay, right now I'm doing different projects of architecture. First of all, we have different timetables that we base on while doing those projects. Our timetable, we study English for general purpose, history of architecture, studio, where we study space and sensing space, thinking in architecture, where we study how to do different things like an architect, living like an architect, acting like an architect. We also study history of architecture, we study how architecture has developed from when it started. Okay, first of all, we have a timetable which is this one, where week one we are supposed to do. Okay, we started about elements in architecture, where we started plan forms and order and different things. We are in week two. We have started defining architecture, and where we are given a project, and right now we are on week three. We are on Saturday. It means that it is a day after this. Okay, without delaying, these are the other project, these are the other timetable or the shape that we will use. I may put them aside. First of all, the second project which we did was about designing our sketchbooks that may shows our personality. For me, it was my first time. The sketchbook which I did looks like this, and these are the drawings where we are supposed to put at least two drawings each night. This is where we are studying in thinking in architecture. These are making lines without using a ruler, straight lines. This is my beginning, continuing. We have continued on the forms. We have different projects, making plans, and so on. These are the continuation where I was exercising myself. This is plan set. This is plan, and they are the elevations. This is the okay. The teacher did not like it because it looked as if it was bought from market, even though I did it. And from this fact, I was supposed to do another one. The second one I did is this one. This sketchbooks really doesn't look as if it is not on market. It has three sections. These are the half of A4 to mean that they are A5s, and this is the half of A5, and this is the place where I can write different notes. It is unique as it cannot be bought on market. It turns 360 degrees where this can turn up to the back side, making me more focused on my drawings. And teacher loved it and concluded that the best than the first one. It was my improvement, and for me, I don't consider it as a sketchbook. Instead, it is my first building. In architecture, I mean, it involves art and science. For example, designing, science, molding, shaping, which are studied in STEM, physics, and chemistry. Okay, going on, these are the materials. There are different types of pencils that we use: HB, B, cutter, water glue. This is the scotch, and this is the mathematical instrument, and this is the material for cutting. Different from the cutter, and it is it is two directional sharpeners. The second project was doing a monument that people can interact for standing, sitting, and sleeping, but we are supposed to use origami techniques. My first model was this, and with the reply from teacher, I was supposed to change it. I changed this where people could stand here, sit here. You can see the desk in between here. This is the people where people can sit, and sleeping inside the room where there is this right. And this moment, it was my last project by the teacher advised me to change it, and I did so. The second one was this one. This monument, standing here, sitting and sleeping inside. It used origami just because it is made of one thing, which I transformed to form those different spaces. Yes, as you can see, it is made of only one cardboard. Okay, we are supposed to use origami techniques, and this project we are given it after reading the book called Form, Space and Order by Franz Ricolin. We already read it in a group and presented, and the project following was this one, where even we did a quiz about that book. This project teacher told me and the desk critics that it looks like a building, so it is not a monument. Monument must be creative and mostly something that did not exist before. Then I changed to my last project, the farmer's one. Okay, this project is, as you can see, it is more advanced in molding it, just because it is the third one I did after reading this book, Form, Space and Order. The task was the same. Place for standing is here. This is the boundary, as you know. To have form, you have to set a boundary. Space, because no boundary, no space. Okay, space is nothing that can exist or that is there or may not be there. But for me, since I was going to design a monument, I have to give it a boundary. This is a place for standing, highly open, with no minimum in light, and this is place for sitting, somehow closed, and this is place for sleeping, which is closed, to mean that here there is more light, fewer light, and here there is less light. These were the repetitions. Okay, in combination with this and this is a variation, and this is variation also. And as you know, when you do a project, you name it. I named it Pentium model. I exercise we call it interactive model design. And this was the third one, and the one which I developed to present for this week. Okay, without talking too much, we have to use 5 A3 papers to make this project more broader and understandable. My reference project was the Pentagon, which is the DOD office for United States, as you know, which was built in 1943. This is the North. This is the 3D model of that Pentagon, which is in USA. And after this, okay, when you look at this Pentagon, for me as the one who was the designer, I have to use it as a reference, but I consider it as a fruit. A lemon fruit. I considered it as a lemon fruit, and then that was cut into 2 pieces, and without peeling it, and after its part were segmented, and after being segmented they were transformed by cutting the other part, and when we gained a primary form, which was triangle. Since we are studying form, space and order, it was not allowed to use things which were not primary form. Instead, for me, I used a triangle, where combining those triangle you get pentagon, and after getting a pentagon, I did its subtractive transformation, removing this upper part, and then I come up with this shape. This shape seems to my model. As you can see, my model also looked like this in its plan. After doing this, I went on developing my projects. I went on a plan. Plan is a top side view at a cutoff of 1.2 meter. The scale we used was 1.50 meter. If here it is 16 meter, actual distance was 8 meter, and if here was 8 centimeter, actual distance was 4 meter. It was the platform that we have to plot our own monument. Okay, plan top side view is like this one, and this is the lines that I will use in the section part that we are going to see after. And these are the elevation, which are external face view. I have done front elevation, which was this side, and after front elevation I continue on back elevations, which was this side, and the scale was also the same. Left elevation, left elevation, and this was the right elevation, which can be seen. Both elevation, plan, and sections are 2D objects, and they have to show direction with this compass. After this, I went on the section which is the cut through view. I cut it at 4 centimeter, and the width, as I showed you before, it is only here. And after cutting, it was called the A to A. This front side sections, it showed the interior of the house. These are people who are sleeping by assumptions, and these are the people who were sitting, standing. Since my model was somehow transparent, showing difference in materiality. Outside, this material is not the same to this one is not the same to this one, showing that material, we have to combine art and science. As you know, these are wires, this is cardboard, this is the manila paper, to show that the other material which are bending easily, are wires. And this was marked as my innovation. Okay, after those sections, then I also have left section and right sections, and this marked the end of my project. And right now we are going to focus on the book, which is different from the first one, which is form, space, and owner. Right now we are going to focus on the book, which is called the geometry. If we are given a new project, I'm willing and able to take other further videos showing how this project was done, what was done from there, and other things that we'll do up to the end. I'm ready to take them their videos and photos and post them on my YouTube. Thank you. As I said before, my name is Shute David and I'm from Rwanda. I'm looking forward to receiving a good reply from you, and thank you for considering and watching my video. Thank you. Bye bye.